Que lo que, what's up? How's everybody doing? I have a question for you guys. Is the dating pool harder for women than there is for men? Not that we should put it side by side, but let's see what is true, right? So I was talking to my homegirl. I went out, and yeah, I know Jasmine. Jasmine's my homie, and we were sitting down eating, our geisha because that's where we like to eat. And we were like, we had a conversation. I was like, yo, I have a hot take. I do believe that the dating pool for women is a little harder for women than what it is for men because I feel like women, especially if you're gonna date a small woman, women have to pick from a smaller dating pool than a man does, right? So, right, and it's crazy. And I know, listen to me. I know, guys, listen to me. I know, so you guys, what are you talking about, bro? I know you're like looking at me like, what are you talking about? Think about it, bro. A lot more women are educated than men, right? So 80% more women are educated than men. So now a lot of these women, they're gonna want to date an educated man, and then less of Latino men are educated, right? Now on top of that, vamos a decir que you want to date a smart man that's educated. On top of that, you have to. The educated women wants a socially conscious man that understand what's going on, like has social intelligence, right? So now, on top of that, not only that, the dude, let's say the dude is not good looking. Let's say the dude is good looking. All right, let's say you find a good looking dude. Now, intelligence is a major part. Nobody wants to date a dumb motherfucker. You know who's okay with dating dumb dudes? Dumb girls. The Melanias. All right. So you have to make a decision. Do you want to date a Melania or do you want to date a Michelle? All right. There's not a lot of Michelles, but let's say you find a Michelle. It was somebody that's hard, like is educated. And we're not gonna go up to the super caliber of Michelle Obama because Michelle Obama is also like a fucking unicorn. All right, the woman has a junior doctorate in Harvard. Right, so Michelle Obama is not gonna pay attention to a regular Joe Schmo. Yeah, Michelle Obama won't even look my way. All right. But let's say she do. Let's say we find one, right? And let's say an educated woman, right? She's gonna want an educated man, right? Let's say she gets the educated man. Now, let's say she finds educated. The dude also has to be socially intelligent, have social consciousness, what's going on in the world, or or if you could get a regular girl that's not very educated, then she don't care. She'll date any dude that is gonna pay her bills. Does that make sense? So let's say you have your own career. You worked all your life. You're educated, right? You bought yourself a house, whatever. You got a career, or you could even living in an apartment. Now this woman have to think about, okay, what's the dating pool looking like, right? They go out in the dating pool. It's hard. A lot of our men are not educated. So the tough part for men is, let's say you have your career, you're educated. Let's say, you have your degree or whatever. You're making your money, right? And let's say let's say you live in a big city like New York City or Los Angeles. Those are very expensive cities. Even though you have income coming in, let's say you make six figure, that's also difficult for a man. I think the difficulty for a man is to be like, yo, can I afford to even go on a date? Right? Because you go on one date, a lot of men are skipping out and going on dates because it's costing like $200. $200 at least to go on a date. And then most women that a lot of times don't care. A good woman would. Let me tell you guys something that happened with me that was like, I was dumbfounded. I went on a date with this one girl, right? And you know what? It was the first once out of all the women I ever dated, it was only once a girl ever said, "You've been spending a lot. Let me get this one." Yo dije, yo me voy a casar con esta mujer. The first time a girl was like, you know what? I appreciate the back. Let me get this one. I got. I was like, what? You are a unicorn, girl. And it felt good. It felt good. Either way, I took care of it. I was like, no, she took care of that one. But she was like, you're always taking care of me when we go out. I'll take care of this. I'm like, That's also like it felt good. I feel like I do think that also there's a lot of more red pill content. I think red pill content has turned men into being more like submit to me. Like now these women, let's say you get an educated man, you better make sure this dude is not a red pillar with their low quality behavior. LQB. You got to be careful now. You don't even know who this guy voted for. What this guy's ideology. If he's a red pill guy, now you gotta do that. This dudes that don't got nothing going on with their life, and they're like, submit to me. you have to listen to me, right? I'm like, this is going crazy. I was talking to my sister. My sister's always like complaining. Like, my sister's always like, and I want my sisters to find a good man. I want my sisters to date. I want them to find a good man. But it's hard for them to find a good man when they're surrounded by like a lot of shitty dudes, right? And also, sometimes they be having these high-ass expectations, right? And I think also, a lot of people talk about like, yo, I'm a short dude. I'm 5'7". Matter of fact, I'm going to be honest. I'm 5'6.5". I am not. I feel like a lot of dudes are, what you call it? They are a little insecure about their height. I'm 5'6.5". I'm not insecure about my height. I'm cool. So I say 5'7". You know why? Because nobody's gonna be like, I'm 5'6.5", right? And plus, you got to round it up once you're in the half part. Am I right? I'm not insecure, and a lot of women will be like, yo, I got to date a tall dude. I gotta date a tall. He has to be tall. He has to be tall. He has to be tall. I feel like a lot of men got to take that whole height thing out of their minds because they hear that from women a lot, and they're like, I can't date because yo soy chiquito. I'm a little guy. Let me tell you something. My uncle is short as shit. I think my uncle's like 5'3", bro. My uncle is 5'3", and I see my uncle date, and women love him, and he's always the leader of the pack. Always a little. I know a lot of times women always say, "Oh, I want a tall guy. I want a tall guy." Yeah, you can have a tall guy. Yeah, I want a tall guy. But like, what if the tall guy is not the leader in the friend group? You're gonna be like, "Tu sabes que like I don't want the tall guy anymore." I think majority of the women want the leader of the group. My uncle was always the leader of the group, right? I was sitting down. I went on a date with this girl, and she was like, she's like, how tall are you? I'm like, I'm 5'7". She's like, yeah. And I'm like, I'm more like 5'6.5". I'm gonna be honest with you, right? And she's like, damn, you okay with that? Like, most dudes are not. They're not really honest with something like that, right? And I'm like, why not? Like, she's like, aren't you like insecure about your height? I was like, I'm not insecure about my height, cause I see my uncle. I was like, I also like being the short one in my friend group. Because I feel like I stand out. I think your energy, the way that you carry yourself, I stand out in front of my friend group. But I'm also the one that's making shit happen within the friend group. The friend group comes together because I'm around, right? I think that energy of the one that makes things happen, the leader of the group, like really, when I saw my uncle being that, it doesn't matter. I think a girl would be like, this dude is 6'7". He's tall, but when he's around his friend is the one that's like is the leader of the group. Like I was talking to one of my sister, and she was dating this tall guy, right? And handsome man, elegant. He's a handsome Dominican man, tall. I don't care. My mom don't like him, so my mom will always say, "Ese tipo está feo." I'm like, that man is handsome. And I'm not no hater. If a man is handsome, I'm not intimidated by a guy being handsome. The dude is a good looking guy. And then when she saw like that they're hanging out, they're going on dates, but she also felt like she was also taking the lead at all the time, right? And he would make bad decisions. He got a tattoo on his neck, like just making dumb decisions, right? So now she feels insecure. Because now she can't trust him to lead, right? Within the relationship. Now she hates him. At first she was like, yeah, yo, he handsome. Okay, he got his thing. Like, but when he started making dumb decisions, bad decisions, she was like, you gonna lead us to failure, bro. Right? I feel like masculinity is about leading, but I do feel like there's a misconception of what masculinity is. I think a lot of men don't trust that. We gotta like that tap in again. I think we have a misconception that masculinity is about all the women we could get. The money, the more women that we could get. I know, bro. I think your purpose is the most important thing. What your mission in life is the most important thing. If your mission and life is aligned with what you want to do, like, and you're solely focused on that, everything else is a byproduct. Right? I think that's more important. What changes you want to make? What you want to offer the world? What you want to do before you die? What you want your life to look like? If you had a year to live, what are you going to do within that year? Right? I think that there's a lot of like red pill guys that go online, and what they do, they trash women. And let's be honest, these guys are DL guys. They're DL. They're DL. They don't like women. They don't. I love women. Bro, I saw something, bro. Let me show you guys something. This is, I'm gonna show you guys this guy. I'm pretty sure you guys know who this guy is, right? This guy, his name is Myron. He's like they have a podcast called Fresh and Fit, right? And I don't even know why it's called Fresh and Fit, because none of them dress fresh and none of them are fit. And he had a podcast and he said that vaginas are disgusting. So he doesn't go down on a woman, because vaginas are disgusting. Let me show you. I'm going to show you guys. Let me see if you guys could see it. Let me see if I could. I think I found it. All right, so this is a clip I was watching with Myron, right? This dude, bro. Tell me if any straight guy would say anything like this, bro. Tell me if this is something a straight man would say.
Men tend to love men more from an opportunistic standpoint.
Okay. Do you give head?
Yes. You don't?
No.
Can I just say all men say they don't, and they actually do?
She said all men say they don't. All men say they don't? Nah, not all men. Not all men, bro. There's no way all men. Did she say all men say they don't and then they do? I do. I'm a man. I say I do. Man, you gotta eat that shit like you know how like Jesus spent 40 days without eating and 40 nights, and then he ate one last time, right? Like after, let's say he spent all the 40 days without eating, and then he ate. That's how you gotta eat. I'm gonna play this again.
Really don't.
You've never done it in your life?
No, I've done it in my life.
So yes.
But the last time I did it was 2014. I remember specifically.
What?
Yeah.
He said the last time he did it was 2014. He remembers the day the last time he went down on a woman.
Never again.
Why?
Female vaginas are disgusting.
No, they're not.
Do you eat vagina? Exactly. Point proven.
Bruh. Female vaginas are disgusting. What? No straight man ever. There's no way. He said female vaginas. Female vaginas are disgusting. There's no way you're a straight man. I think it's the most beautiful thing I ever seen in my life. And it tastes delicious. It tastes like un filet mignon. Como un bistec de palomilla.
No point proven.
You don't do it. Why should I do it?
Listen, a woman's body.
He said, you don't do it. Why should I do it? Why should I do it? Let me tell you something, bro. There's people that listen to this man. And I'm going to switch back to my thing. Let me tell you. There's a lot of people that listen to this man. For all you guys that listen to this man and agree with this, if you believe what he's saying. A woman will leave you for a man like me. You know who taught me that? My dad. I remember I was 14 years old. I had a girlfriend, and my dad was like, son, you gotta eat ass. I was like, ew, Papa, what you fucking telling me? He's like, yeah, you gotta eat ass. Because if you don't eat ass, your girl's gonna cheat on you with a man like me that eat ass. I'm like, what's he trying to tell me? He's trying to take my girl away from me. Like, but I was young. I was like, oh, I tell you this. A woman will leave you for a man like me. Let me tell you, let's say a girl gets with a man that don't do it. You know what's the first thing she's going to be thinking about? The man that did it. She's going to be like, man, while she's with you, she's going to be like, man, this dude sucks. I remember this other dude. She's going to be like, I remember when Gadiel used to eat me up like I was a 5-star restaurant. You got to put the handkerchief. That's how come Caribbean, man. Like, I'm not all Caribbean, man. I say Dominican. I'm pretty sure Puerto Ricans, too. I'm pretty sure Cubans, too. But, like, Dominican, we will wipe. Like, if you believe this, that you will not satisfy your woman, you got to satisfy your woman. We got to think, being a leader is about satisfying the people around you. You know, you are service with the people around you. That's what I believe. People come and they ask you, like, can you do this for me? Because you're the one that provides opportunity for the people around you. It's about giving, right? Especially for your woman. You got to take control. You gotta have her go crazy, bro. You gotta eat her up. Like, she's gonna be like, damn, I have nothing less than me. Like, I never had that before. You are the best I ever had. Oh my God. And that's another thing I'm noticing. I'm noticing women saying like, yo, I've never had a man like you. Wow. You're amazing. And guess what? They're going to tell their friends. They're going to be like, damn, this guy's amazing. I never had anything like this. And let me tell you something. My goal is that she's my goal is when she's done with me, and she ever sees anybody after me, she'll be like, damn, but Gadiel, damn. This dude won't do anything. But Gadiel, yo fui un postre. She feels like a postre. Because women are more emotional. Like women, I think, let's hear the rest of this clip too. Because I think he said something else. I was like, I was wild.
It's beautiful. For me, what I don't understand is like why it's such a stern no, because why wouldn't you want to please your woman? You know, because have you not ever seen...
Like I said before, it's a woman's job to please a man, not the other way around.
No, that is actually ridiculous.
He says a woman's job to please a man, not the other way around. Tell me he's serious. You think that he's serious, bro? Or he's like trolling her?
Because when it comes to being intimate and in the bedroom, it's not. It's like when you do something for someone, have you not seen how, and they like it, have you not seen how much they perform better? And I'm not just talking sexually, like in general.
I don't want to sound like an asshole, but a woman's ejaculation is irrelevant. You only need one ejaculation to create life, and that's the man's. Now, with that said,
a woman's ejaculation is irrelevant? Señor, no, esto increíble. No. He's DL. You cannot tell me this man is not gay. This guy is beyond gay, bro. It's only one ejaculation that how he said it exactly. We're going to hear that again.
Have you not ever seen...
Like I said before, it's a woman's job to please a man, not the other way around.
No, that is actually ridiculous. When it comes to being intimate and in the bedroom, it's not. It's like when you do something for someone, have you not seen how, and they like it, have you not seen how much they perform better? And I'm not just talking sexually, like in general.
I don't want to sound like an asshole, but a woman's ejaculation is irrelevant. You only need one ejaculation to create life, and that's the man's. Now, with that said, does that mean I'm not going to please my girl or whatever? Of course I will, but it's elective.
Definitely shit in bed.
Just like a woman.
She said definitely shit in bed. I think every woman was thinking about it. This guy sucks. This guy definitely sucks in bed. Every woman would listen to that and they were like, he can't fuck. That's how come his girl left him for the like, I think the trainer that they were rollerblading together.
My girl or whatever, of course I will, but that's the man's. Now, with that is irrelevant. You only need one ejaculation to create life, and that's the man's. Now, with that said, does that mean I'm not gonna please?
Oh my God. Bruh. You only need one ejaculation, that's the man. Oh my God. Guys, let me tell y'all something, bro. Bro, if y'all listen to this, y'all gonna get cheated on. Your woman's gonna leave you for a Dominican man. Dominican man is gonna wipe the United States clean. That's how come, I think that's how come Dominican, I have a theory. I have a take. The reason why a lot of women trash Dominican men is because we be wiping them. They love us. We take care of them. We treat them well. Y se enamoran. And then they were like, you know what? Fuck him. That's why. Because we do what we got. We handle business. Because people are not over here. People are not in the United States are not handling business, bro. If y'all listening to this dude and this guy knows, oh yeah, this guy knows what he's talking about, bro, you gotta treat your woman, bro, like, bro. I'm not gonna say anything else. I'm telling you. Bueno. Nah, man. I think we got. First of all, I know this guy goes online. He says a lot of wild shit. I saw the Manosphere, and he was talking about. I remember, like, I don't know if you guys seen that documentary. If you haven't seen the documentary, watch it, bro. And it is about this journalist that goes around and he talks to these guys, right? And I think I did one video that where you could see that he changed. That his girl was around, and he changed, and he was like, "Oh, by the way, like, my girl knows if we get married, I should be able to marry other women. She knows that." And then his girl came in, and then the interviewer was like, he said that he's able to marry other women and that you're okay with that. Is that true? And then this guy changed his tone real quick. He was like, you know what? I wouldn't want that because who wants to deal with two women? Bruh, these guys are DL, bro. They don't like women. I love women. Let me tell y'all something. Women are the most beautiful things in this world, bro. They are a perfect partner, bro. And you find the right one, I think you're gonna have such a phenomenal life. You create life with a woman. And women create. That's a fucking treasure, bro. Women create life. And I don't know where we got so comfortable as men is going online and trashing them. They create life. That's beautiful. It comes out of them. They give birth. Right? They're beautiful. The most beautiful creature on planet Earth. It's a treasure. And what they do is they perform miracles. And this is how we're going to talk about them online as men. We're going to talk about the one thing that creates miracles in this world. Nah, man, we got to be better, bro. We got to be better. Get yourself a good woman, bro. You know, you don't have to be treating women bad. And if women, if you think that, let me tell you something. If you want women that have trauma, that do not value themselves, those are the ones that you treat bad and they come back to you. But an educated woman, a smart woman, a woman that holds her value will not go for a man like that. They're smarter than that. I'm telling you. Bueno, I'm about to get going. Let me see you guys tell me what you guys think about this episode, this conversation. Join the conversation. I read the comments. Thank you guys for being here. Every Wednesday, I'm releasing an episode. Lo quiero mucho. I'm glad to be here. And also, I have a show. Anybody that's in Arizona? I have a show in Arizona the 21st of June. Yo, buy tickets. Be there. Lo quiero mucho. 3 hugs, 2 kisses, 1 love. Que la pase bien.